Okay, it is June 23rd, almost to our end of the year and end of the month. And I'm going to say a quick prayer and then we're going to get going on this meeting. So, Lord, we just thank you so much for you and thank you for this day and thank you for all these ladies and thank you for just the teamwork and how everybody's working together to just finish out our year-end goals. And Lord, I do lift up those that are having struggles and issues and we do want to lift up Jody as she's going to have surgery on July 2nd. That's not very far away. We just pray for the surgeon and we just pray that this is effective and that she can feel her fingers really well right away and that this will kind of just solve some of the additional issues she's had from her previous surgery. And Lord, I just lift up John's travel and I pray that you bring her home safely and that she doesn't have any challenges or issues with that. And I just thank you for all that you've blessed us with in this seminar year. It's in your name we pray. Amen. Oh, there's Stephanie. Okay. Hey, Stephanie. So, I did get accomplishment sheets from Debbie, and Debbie had a really good week last week. So she sold $708. She had a $500 party on Wednesday, and then you had a facial on Saturday, right? That was like almost 200. Oh, you're muted. Sorry. Hey, Stephanie.
Like 202, I think.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's exciting. So
Yeah,
that made
because
her have a $708 week. So that's very exciting. Jody had a good week with 400, at least $400 somewhere in there. Um, did you do a face, Jody, or was that all reorders?
Um, sorry, I'm listening to
Oh,
the weather.
I know we're having bad weather here.
Yeah, we've got
There's
we've got
tornadoes in Wildorado, which is not super far from us.
yeah, we've got rotation west of us. I yes, so I had a client that I matched with the new foundation, and she had placed an order. We booked her for the new foundation and upsold her multiple products after that too. So yeah. So what
Yay.
originally was like a $300 order ended up being 370, and then I had a couple of other little orders too.
Reorders.
Mhm.
And how many faces did you do last Wednesday, Debbie, at your party? Like five? Oh,
7.
seven. Woo!
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
The
You needed
reason
that
why
win. That's awesome.
thank you. The reason why it surprised me is because they're all my regular customers from church.
Yeah.
And I didn't know who was coming and who wasn't. And I put this thing that I saw online somewhere about, it was very professional and we're going to do the foundations and stuff. And we didn't do the foundations because we were so busy and stuff. And everybody's like, well, I'd rather get one-on-one with you and stuff. So I thought I'd give them a couple of weeks. I got one on vacation for a couple of weeks. And she said she'd check with me when she gets back and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So
Good. Well, and I always do a sale in June at some point, and I did not get that in whenever we were doing our finish line frenzy. I hope you guys saw that. That was really just from June 10th through June 15th, and Dawn and Jody were on there for Jody got a new recruit who ordered, and then Dawn did the most faces out of that group at that time. So, it was just a 5, 6 day thing there,
yeah.
but anyway, you guys, so all collectively, you guys are all doing great. So anyway, I had my sale just this past Saturday, and I always do kind of an open house because I've got product and I've kind of got some limited edition stuff. I'm really trying to do better with limited edition. And, we have had some products that have been discontinued. And so I still have some of the other, the former foundations. So I ended up moving about $1,704 last week. So I was happy. I ended up not foundation matching anyone Saturday. I wanted to, but I still had a lot of the old foundation. So a lot of people were like, I'll just buy that this time because I was kind of given a discount. And so we'll get to that at some point with them, but I was glad to move some of those foundations too. Yes, Debbie?
I do need, do you have any of the purple lavender and coconut stuff?
Um, I think what I have left, I'll look. I have some left. I think it's just the shower gel. Was there shower gel?
Shower gel and hand lotion and
I
and
know I don't I know I don't have hand lotion, but I may have the other. I'll look after the meeting and I'll let you
yeah.
know.
Yeah, I need, and what you should tell us what all stuff you have that's old, because there's stuff that I might be looking for. I'm looking for
Okay.
lipstick and yeah, those kind
Okay.
of,
Yeah. Yeah, I'll kind of I can even take pictures. Send it to you. And then if there's something you're interested in. Yeah, I'm trying to do better. And I really have done better this year, this seminar year. I've pulled back on ordering some of that stuff. You know, so we'll see what happens with that. The other thing I wanted to tell y'all, we still use ProPay. We can still use ProPay to charge cards. If because the Stripe is only going to work if it's a My Shop order and they go onto your My Shop and they pay. So I still had my ProPay account and it was about to expire. So I went out there to renew it and I was kind of getting stuck, like it wasn't letting me renew. And I thought, oh goodness, is there an issue? So I sent ProPay an email. There's a place where you can send them an email. And I sent them an email and I said, it's not letting me. Well, they got right back with me the next day and said, we kind of are having an issue right now with so she said, I went ahead and just re-upped you. And she goes, you guys don't have to pay a fee as Mary Kay consultants. You can still, no yearly fee to have ProPay. And so you're good to go for a whole other year. So just wanted to let you know, I don't know, everybody's expiration on ProPay could be at a different time. So I just wanted y'all to know if you have any trouble with that, it's just an issue on their end. And okay, Debbie, I'll talk to you after we can talk more about the ProPay thing. So, and you can't get to ProPay through Mary Kay in Touch. So you have to just go to ProPay separately and just log in, and then you can charge your cards that way. The other thing that I did that I've recommended to people, and you may have to contact them, I got the ProPay debit card. So, like, if I want to pay for my Mary Kay orders with my ProPay money, I can just use that ProPay debit card because it just pulls funds just from my ProPay account. You can transfer the money to your bank, but there's like a 30-cent fee to do that. So I've just been using the card, and that makes it easier for me. I mean, you can do it however you want, but the card works great, and it just pulls it directly out of that ProPay account. So just wanted to give you guys that. The other thing I have that's really good news, our goal was to hit at least 300,000 this year and be in Unit Club. We have done that. We have surpassed the 300,000 this week with the order, so that's exciting. We are about $1,500 wholesale away from earning the car. And I'm not worried. I feel like we can do that based on who I think is going to order still. And I haven't even finished my order. I've only ordered like $300. So we are going to earn the car again because, we requalify for that every 2 years. And that's not me. I mean, that's all of you guys. Like, it takes all of us to earn the car. I can't do that by myself. So, but it's nice for you guys to be in a car driving unit, and I take the cash. So how I feel like that kind of helps you is I feel like I can spend a little bit more money on prizes because I have the cash. I do help my son with his monthly expenses while he's getting his master's. And so I definitely want to make enough commission every month to cover what I have to cover for him. And Mary Kay is paying for that. And so I'm really grateful for that. But it helps to have that extra, $525 a month coming for the car. So thank you guys for being awesome. So we'll get all that done. So, and that's, attributed to everything you guys have done this whole year. So that's very exciting. And then I'm also looking at how many inactive consultants that I get active because we're trying to hit our 10% growth. And so we've done really well with that this month too. So I only have like 6 more people to do that. And I think that's possible in a week. So anyway, that's exciting. So thank you guys for being awesome. So I wanted to let you guys know that. And so what I wanted to talk about a little bit tonight, I am going to show a little video because sometimes I feel like just them talking about it is better. But I do want to talk a little bit, and we'll talk more about this as we get into the new year. But, we all kind of have a system for booking. And if you feel like that's an area where you need more help in, we can definitely train on that more. But for sure, the other thing, and this kind of makes me think about your party, Debbie, because I helped a consultant do a party. She's been in Mary Kay a really long time, and she was really wanting just to have a get together of all of her friends. And she ended up telling me there was going to be 14 faces. And, that's a lot. Like 7 is a lot. And so you said we didn't even, strike because, so you know what? I've always taught, and this is something we haven't talked about in a long time, uh, for a long time, but when you first get with someone, it's really good not to show them every single thing we have. Like, it's really good to start with the skincare so that you can get them on skincare. Maybe do dash out the door color with that, which would just be, CC cream, mascara, blush, lipstick, and maybe brows. You're not going to do a full glamour on them. And if you're not a big color person, I mean, focus on skincare, just and mainly Time Wise Miracle Set. And oh, good, Debbie. So that's good. And look how much you sold. I mean, you almost sell more not showing them every single thing you have, by just, and then you rebook them, and maybe they bring friends, and maybe at that second appointment, what we used to do a lot was just color at that second appointment. So maybe we wash their face really quick when they came in, but if they are already on the skincare or they've already done color or skincare, then we just spend, okay, we foundation match. We do more color on their eyes. So, because you don't want them to be there for 4 hours or they're not going to want to book with you again, So maybe, and some people are like, well, I'm scared they're not going to come back. Well, it's still okay. If they did skincare the first time, that's the main thing you want them to do. And then you do color. And then a lot of times what I did, if I would give them another option, say they're customers that I already had, or I would call it spa, which we really were doing skincare only again, but maybe we were adding microdermabrasion and charcoal mask and hydrogel eye patches and satin lips, like we were adding those supplements and those bonuses. So what the video I'm going to show you tonight is that Emily Schulte, I think is her name, is a director that I really like her training. But she was talking about something she was doing because she was working more from home right now. And so because of an illness, I think she had, or a surgery or something. But I think she makes a really valid point where a lot of people all over Facebook, I mean, there's a lot of Mary Kay girls posting all kinds of things on Facebook and Instagram. If you're on TikTok, there's all these things on how do you do this, and this is the product you should use. So there's a lot of noise about what you're using. And so for some of our customers, it's confusing. They're like, I don't even know what to use. So this is just a way for us to kind of help our customers, and also a way to maybe get your customers on more products. And it could be a way as you're looking for July and how you're going to be booking as you start the new year, something you can do. So I'm going to let us watch this video and you guys see what she says about this. I hope I have the right video. Yeah, I do.
Hello, fabulous Mary Kay world, customers, friends, all the people. So excited to be talking to you today. As we approach the end of our fiscal year, I invented kind of a fun way to work virtually, and I'm going to share with you what I'm doing in hopes that it blesses your business. So let's go. Gotta have a little fun too, right? So let's check it out. All right, so the first thing I want to share is how was this birthed? First off, it happened because of y'all, because of YouTube. I had women reaching out to me who were like, hey, could we just like get together one-on-one and just like go through what I need and figure out a plan? And I had such a good time doing that with this one woman, Alice. I gotta give Alice a big shout out because I know she watches my channel. But I thought, you know what, I'm gonna turn this into a new service because it's exactly what women are looking for right now. So I'm gonna share with you what I'm doing. But the first thing that I want to share about it is that this method of working virtually doesn't replace anything. It doesn't it adds to things, right? It's going to give you, it's another tool in your tool belt, so to speak, but it may not be for everyone. And I'm going to get into more of why I'm saying that, but the main reason is there is a certain level of product knowledge required. Now, that does not mean that because you're a new consultant, you can't do these. You absolutely can, but you're going to need to dig deep and believe in yourself, right, for a minute, because sometimes new consultants are like, oh my gosh, I don't know the products or whatever. But you know what? There's so many places you can get info about the products. So I really believe you can still do these appointments. You're just maybe going to have to tweak. And instead of doing it on the spot, you offer her plans separately, like after the fact. It could mean that you use the Skin Analyzer app. It could mean you use some of the tools Mary Kay has in place. But it still might not be for everyone. Like if you just don't feel confident or, don't want to do this type of appointment, that's totally cool. This is just a really fun option. I, though, have to say, I am loving this. It is so much fun. It's so life-giving. And it's been great. So, yeah. So if this is another tool that's going to help your business, I'm totally here for it. And as we approach the end of the year, this could be a supplemental thing for you. So what I want to start off with is this. Most of the ways that we work virtually are what I would call marketing, right? Posting parties where you just go on Facebook and you make a bunch of posts. And there's nothing wrong with marketing, you guys. It's part of every business, right? But it's marketing. It's like you're posting a picture of the products, kind of like almost like a little mini ad, billboard, commercial. People comment, people buy. So again, marketing. Another type we do is like Facebook Lives. We do webinar parties, Zoom parties, all kind of, presentations, marketing, teaching, all that kind of stuff. This is a little bit different. And so the other aspect of this that I really like is if you are someone who's big on social media, I want to speak to you for a second because this could be the piece that you are missing. If you feel like I'm posting, I'm creating content that adds value, I'm connecting with my audience, I'm doing all the things, but no one is like it's not converting into anything. No one's reaching out to me. Nobody is wanting to work with me. Like, what do I do there? Here's what I'm going to tell you, friends. So simple. You're going to die when you hear this. Okay. You have not told people what it.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it just by thinking about it. Beatbase 44
is like to work with you. How do they work with you? What does that even look like for them? And I have to admit, mirror up, I was not doing this, right? I've made millions of YouTube videos. I don't always talk about it. And then I started talking about it and people started like reaching out to me to work with me. So if you are someone, here I go. If you're someone watching this, because I have customers or potential customers watch all my videos, even my training videos, and you want to work with me, I just want to share with you what that looks like. Okay, so first off, there is a link in the description where you can click on it so that I even know you exist and we can work together. You can give me as much or as little info as you want, but what that looks like is we're going to do this initial like one-on-one consult. It's either a Zoom or a phone, whatever you're comfortable with. I'm going to ask about your goals, your budgets, tons of questions about your skin, and there's no pressure. That consult is free. The only thing that it costs you is any of the options that you choose to get based on our consult. And I give different, like I always ask people's budgets and respect that. So we're going to do that initial thing. And then, that really helps narrow down whatever it is you're looking for. Maybe you're looking for a perfect skincare routine. Maybe you're looking to simplify what you already have. Maybe you're looking for, I want a perfect foundation match. That's our big one right now because we just launched new foundations. Maybe you're looking for, what's the right makeup look for women over 40 or women over 30 or women over 60? Like, what can I wear, shimmer? All these questions we can get answered for you. And then I like to check in on your products in a couple weeks after you kind of use them. We can always switch things out if necessary, which is really cool. And then in 2 months, we do another Zoom and just sort of assess, because a lot of people go baseline on that first appointment. And then we can assess, hey, do you want to work on an even skin tone now? Or maybe you want to, go into makeup and we can add things to your routine that you may need. Switch things out, that type of thing. So if you want to do that, go ahead and check out my link in the description. So if you're watching this as a beauty consultant, you are seeing live how I offer that. So what's cool about this way of working virtually that I'm about to share with you is it's different than marketing. It is actually your offer. So if you've ever taken any like classes or sales things and people talk about what's your offer, this is an actual offer that you can offer people. I think it could be great paired with paid ads. I haven't gotten like super into that, but like that's an option for people. It could be something you add onto your social media, or it could just be something like I did a few weeks ago. I texted it out to all of my customers. I had 8 customers book one of these with me right away. And it was so much fun to do this with the customers. So let me share with you what it is. So what it is, and I want you to know that I came up with this. This is an Emily Schutte original idea based off of just things I'm seeing in the marketplace. It is my new one-on-one service called M Skincare Concierge. And so one of the things that I have a belief in, and so let's get our belief right. I'll bring this graphic back here in a second. We can all agree that the beauty space has gotten weird and it's gotten hard and it's gotten confusing. I mean, there's all this stuff on TikTok. People are using weird ingredients like snail mucin and like, I don't even know. There's always some new fangled ingredient. I watch the Today Show with my daughter every single morning. And they always do the steals and deals of the day, and there's always the most random things. Some of the things in the skincare space now look like Halloween costumes, right? All the masks and the neck thingies and the patches people are putting all over their faces. And so there are so many options. There's so much noise. And most women are out there like, I don't know what to do. And so what this type of appointment is, instead of marketing, instead of like, here's the products I sell, it is simply, it's like a personal shopper, a personal stylist, but for skincare and makeup. Okay, and it's what we've always done. It's just in a more concentrated, focused way, and it is a service that you can offer. Okay, so it is a 15 or 20-minute appointment on phone or Zoom. And I'm going to show you the graphic again, because I promised I would bring this back up that I made. I made this in Canva. Now, you're going to hate me for this one. Okay, so don't black out and stay with me. If you need to unsubscribe, I understand. But like, I'm going to hold firm on this. I am not going to provide you with the Canva template for my graphic, and here's why. I want you to make it you. I want you to start trusting yourself. I don't want you to run it into ChatGPT or AI and make a flyer in AI. I want you to get your picture, put it on a flyer. I hope the flyer isn't perfect. I want it to be you, because one of the things that I'm going to start doing in 2026 and beyond, I want women to reconnect with their own voice and their own awesome and their own creativity and make the dang thing. Okay, so your flyer should not look like my flyer. Also, I believe when we all have flyers that look the same, it waters down what each individual person is trying to do. So make it you, and it's going to be awesome. But I have this as an example so that you can see it. But I basically just put what I just said on the flyer: TikTok influencer, strange ingredients, so many options. Here's how it works. And I don't rely on the graphic. Like, I use my words, I have conversations with people, but I at least have this, and you've maybe seen me post this on different social media places. That's great. Okay, so let's talk about what this service really is. So it's a 15 to 20-minute appointment. Like I said, I allow them to choose phone or Zoom, or you could do video chat, whatever options you want, but I let the customer decide what she's comfortable with. Some people want to be face-to-face and some just want to be over the phone. So I have the graphic. The other thing that I use for these is I use a Google Calendar booking link versus the way that I will typically book, using a picture of my dates and it's back and forth texting. I just want people to be able to click on something, book the appointment, and we're good. Now, a lot of you use Calendly, like that's another option. Google Calendar, I believe, allows you to have one calendar link for free. I have the paid version, so I have multiple calendar links. I have one for new consultant talks. I have one for consultant quick chats. I have one for this. I have one for in-person bookings. Like I use it for some of my booking. And so I will share that with you. So this is my Google Calendar, and I have my booking links. So I can just click on this link right here and be able to send that to people. You can edit your appointment schedule. You can send this out to people. It's pretty simple to set up. And I just ask for their first name, last name, email address, phone number, Zoom or phone. Are you a new client or current client? And where did you find me? Just so if people are clicking on my booking link, I know exactly where they came from, and it's super easy. So this is very easy to set up. Here are the words that I used to book these with my customers. And again, I'm going to give it to you in my voice. I'm not going to put it in the description of the video. I know, but here's the thing, you guys. Again, like, scripts are great. I've made scripts. I know this is going to seem so antithetical to what I always teach, but like, I want you to start connecting with your voice. So just write a few messy sentences. They don't have to be perfect, about what you would like to say to your customers that's going to connect you with them. And I don't know what that's going to be, because only you know what that is, right?
You can unlock more than ever with the American Express Platinum Card. Access over $3,500 in value.
But just to give you an idea, here's what I sent to my customers. Happy Monday, Elise, because I like to be playful and fun. It's Emily, your Mary Kay gal. Wanted to share my random thought of the day. Even I think the beauty space has gotten weird and confusing. I'm seeing millions of TikTok trends, 20-step routines, ingredients I've never heard of, and my favorite, devices that look like Halloween costumes. And there's emojis in here. I've been taking my 21 plus years experience. Girls, put your experience in there if you've got it. You've been around Mary Kay 40 years, but I got 40 years experience. and have been helping a few women lately cut through all of that and figure out what actually works for them, all while getting more results with smaller routines. It has been so good. So I've turned it into something I'm officially offering, a one-on-one custom consult where I map everything out for you. The only cost is any options you choose to add. If that sounds like something you'd want help with, I can send my booking link and set up something simple, virtual in 30 minutes or less with you, question mark. So I had 8 customers right away book this. This was last month. And I've had lots of people through my YouTube channel reach out to me too. And I have just loved these appointments. So here's what the appointment looks like. I'm going to give you an outline. I'm not going to like type up a whole guide because, again, the point of this type of appointment is really that connection. This is a service. This is not like a presentation. It's actually really easy to do because you're just being a human being and helping people out, right? So here's what that conversation might look like. So you get on the phone, obviously you're going to connect with them first. And this is my favorite part and why I love these. And you guys, don't use connection as a strategy. Use connection because you're a human being and you want to get to know this other human being. And this is my favorite part of the whole appointment. It's like so life-giving because you get to connect with the person. And then naturally, the conversation is like, transitions into why we're here today. And so if you don't know how to make that transition, because I realize not everyone has like really big confidence in communication skills, it could be as simple as just saying, so Elise, like what brought you here today? Like what made you click on my Google link and set this appointment up? Like tell me how I can best like serve you today. Like what can I help you with? And I actually wrote this, okay? I don't always make outlines for my videos, but I did for this one. But I want to show you this. I actually wrote, trust your words. So again, I'm back to this. I'm sorry, you're going to have to deal with me all of 2026 on this. I want you to trust your words, which is why I'm not making like a whole guide for this, because you know what to say. See, it says trust your words. So that is what I want you to take from this, is trust your words. But after she kind of tells you, you might say something else, and then it might get down to the point where you ask a lot of questions, okay? And while you're asking questions, I want you to have a notebook out and you are taking notes, because you'll think you'll remember all this, but you won't. And I like to write key things like hates the texture on her face, has had really bad experiences with acne products in the past, like whatever is significant to you, just jot it down. And I tell her, I'm going to take notes because I don't want to forget any of this. Nothing makes people feel more important. Like you are present, you are there. So this is not a type of appointment where you're in the car running kids around. Like you are present to this person. You're going to ask what her skincare goals are. And that might happen in the form of a question like, if I waved a magic wand and could get rid of like all the things you don't like about your skin or that you'd like to just improve or get back to maybe where you were with it, like what do those things look like? What is that for you? It could be as easy as that. And you just keep like having a conversation about whatever comes up in those questions. You're going to take notes. Also, after we kind of get through some of that, I'd like to ask, Elise, do you have like an amount or a budget in mind that you are looking to stay within? Or do you want me to just give you like the ideal scenario that I would do to help you with, whatever the magic wand waving exercise said? And then you can always pare back or add based on what I give you, like what's going to work best and benefit you the most, Elise. Do you notice how like I'm not like, well, I think you should buy this, and this, because I already have an idea in my mind of what products would genuinely fix her skin. But I want to honor her and see like where she's at and what she wants. And I find that out. Now, here's where, if you are not particularly skilled in products, that you could say, you know what, I'm going to make a custom cup. I like to give everyone 2 options. Here's like the 2 options I'm thinking for you. I want to map it out though. Is it okay if we do a follow-up call, or is it okay if, we chat again like tonight? I just really want to think this through and make sure I'm getting you the exact options that are going to help you achieve the goals that you have that we set earlier in the appointment. So if you're new and you don't have product knowledge, I have enough product knowledge where I can do it, feel confident and feel good about it right on the spot. And oftentimes it just leads to her being like, yeah, I want those things. And so I take her order right on the spot. You can either fulfill it through the customer delivery service, through your own inventory. You could have her go on your My Shop too, but I like to, My Shop will, okay, just a little secret. If you want a secret, okay, lean in for a second. Eventually, it's not happening just yet, but eventually My Shop is going to have the capability where we will be able to make a cart for someone. So when that is available, isn't that exciting? I know, I'm like, okay, let's go. As soon as that's available, you'll be able to make your customer a cart. So that would be a really great way to do it too, when that is available. But in the meantime, I would do the customer delivery service or just take her order and fulfill it inventory or through CVS. and do it that way. But you guys, seriously, what I love so much about this is how simple it is. They're 15 to 30 minutes, just depends on, one of them was almost an hour because we were just having just good conversation. It's also a great time. Like there might be an opportunity for you to bring up like, hey, have you ever thought about doing this? You can get a discount on your products in addition to making some money. You know, that may come up. Great. But this is a great way to supplement, you know, some of the other types of appointments that you're already doing. I was very blessed to have these set up after I had some medical things happen. I actually had these set up like the week I was supposed to be resting, and I was like, perfect. I can just sit in my office chair and do these appointments. And I think it was like for my first like 6 of these, it was between 800 and 1,000 in sales. So that felt really good too, just, you know, having that extra money come in, but yet feeling really good that I got these products. And then it's been really fun having the follow-up. A lot of my awesome customers who've done these with me have been texting me like, oh my gosh, like here's what my makeup looks like. Here's how my skin is doing right now. And so it really has become more of a relationship, just kind of doing the back and forth, or I might check in like, oh my gosh, I can't wait. Like, tell me now how the skincare is doing. And then following through, you guys, not following up, but following through on what you said you were going to do, which is in 2 weeks, really checking in, but I'm often doing it way more than that. And then in 2 months, setting up, seeing if she would benefit from setting up another Zoom to just kind of reevaluate things, add things. Maybe we're going to go a makeup direction this time. And it's been so very fun. So I hope this idea gives you something new and life-giving for the end of our fiscal year, but also just beyond that in your business that you can use in conjunction really well with your social media or just as another service that you offer. I think the word service is so different. This is so different than marketing. It's different than presentation. This is a service that you offer people. So have fun, guys. Thanks for watching.
Oh, sorry, I didn't turn it off just a second. Let me make sure it stops. Sorry. Okay. Okay, so what are y'all's thoughts about that? You can unmute, Debbie.
I did.
Oh.
Can we watch that again in slow motion?
I know she talks really fast.
Oh my gosh, I started trying to write things down and I finally just gave up about halfway through. She started talking so fast, I couldn't understand what she was saying, you know?
She does talk really fast.
Yes,
and she's
she
from
does.
Wisconsin.
And, you know,
But you can actually follow her on YouTube. I mean, unless you don't want to, but
well, I'd like to, yeah.
yeah, her name is Emily, and then her last name is Schuette.
That's Shooty.
Yeah,
Shooty.
Shooty.
Yeah.
So her YouTube channel is public, and she has a lot of trainings on there, but you could go back and rewatch that if you wanted to. But
Yeah.
I thought it was just the gist of it to kind of promote yourself as someone that offers someone, you know, and really I kind of do this, you know, I send out a thing if it's their birthday month, you know, that they get a discount if they come in and have a facial. And a lot of my people will have several people, not everybody, will have they will during their birthday month come in. And so then I say, well, what's working, what's not working, you know, because maybe they're my customer that I've had and they may be on a lot of products already, but it's kind of a way to offer another service to them. So, that's one of the things I do when it's their birthday month. But I thought it might be a way. I mean, I know you just said you got all your customers together last week, Debbie, but it might be a way, you know, she texted it to her customers, but she also created a flyer. I follow her on Facebook. I didn't see that she posted that, but I was even thinking about putting it in my private Facebook group for my customers, you know, that and I might just go on there and do a live video because I've noticed that when I go on there and do a live video on my customer page, I get way more engagement than if I just post something. And so you could do something like that. So I don't know. I just thought of it as an idea, and it doesn't have to be on Zoom. Like you could do it on Zoom or you could do it in person. I mean, you can do the same thing in person. That's what I do on their birthday months. But if you're wanting to do stuff on Zoom, you know, or if someone is not local to you or something like that, you could definitely do it on Zoom. So I was thinking of it as an idea of just ways to get some bookings for the new month. So any other thoughts besides the fact he talks fast?
I thought she was very good. I mean,
Mhm.
very good. And she was had some really great ideas about some of the things I mean, I I don't get everything about my shop. I don't get everything about how to do a Zoom for to somebody else and to show them what to do. I know how to do it, but I don't know how to show somebody else. I mean, I probably need to talk to you for about one thing at a time because I just
Yeah.
there's too many things
Well,
up in my
yeah.
head and I'm
And
not
just focus
getting
on,
them.
yeah. And you can do stuff in person. It doesn't have to be on Zoom.
Yeah,
So,
but I'm talking about like when she was, going on, well, I don't know what she said she was going on, if she was going on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, and just telling people what she can do and the customer, like I can't even tell you what I'm talking about right now because
well, I think she created that flyer and she insinuated that maybe she posted that flyer on her Facebook page. I don't know if that's what she
but yeah,
did
just
or
that
if
she
she
used,
just texted that flyer to her customers.
oh, was
You know,
that for customers or was that for people who don't,
it was both. It's
oh,
both.
okay, who
It's
don't know
both.
her?
It's to
Yeah.
get new people
Yeah.
and it's to book current people.
I,
It's
I
both.
did, I did make a couple of videos and I took them off immediately. I looked dead in one of them and I was talking so slow and I didn't realize it and just all kinds of things. Jody, do you do uh like on Facebook? I mean, I know you share things on Facebook. I see it all the time, but do you ever do like what she's doing, a video of what you have or what you've got or on products or anything like that?
I used to, I haven't done them in a long time, so.
Did you get very many results from it?
I mean, for
Sometimes.
for my time, yeah. I mean, because it usually was just like last minute or something like that. Yeah, I would get reorders, and I did get a girl. I did eyebrow demo, and I got a girl. I got an actual booking, and she bought the whole eyebrow thing. So yeah.
Okay, I just wondered because like I said, I did it and I did one the other day, but I was just practicing and then here I see it on Facebook and I was like horrified because my my left
Yeah,
eye,
when you go live,
It's
you go live.
it's not, but yeah,
well, I
and
thought
it
it was just
doesn't.
making a video. I didn't know they were going to post it.
Well,
No, when you go
the
live
less
on
perfect
Facebook,
it is, the
yeah.
better. And and
Oh,
it's not going to be every single time. I mean, you're not gonna get it. And it's just like I liked her point was that if you're out there making pictures and you're posting pictures of product and you're doing this and you're doing
yeah,
that,
that's not,
but
yeah,
you're not telling them what you provide and what you can do for them, then
right.
they're not gonna do anything.
Yeah, I really like that. I'm just not a very good person with words, which is why I use
You don't have to be.
ChatGPT some of it.
Yeah.
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 Well, that's
Yeah.
you,
Just be you
You're
and
still going to
keep
go,
practicing.
I mean,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
gotta be comfortable with what you're saying is what I'm trying to say, because I was practicing it. And I have a left eye that droops, but before I go on, I always have to pull it up a little bit, so, and I'm sitting there, my left eye is drooping and I'm going, and then you do this and that. And I'm thinking, oh my God, I wasn't the least bit excited or anything. And I took it off immediately. And my friend called and said, what was that? And I said, have you saw it already? I was just like,
Well, it's
my
funny how fast
goodness.
people see things. One time I was trying to go live in our group, in our consultant group, and I went live on Facebook. And I didn't mean to, so then I took it off and then someone saw it. She goes, "What was that?" But she was like excited. So I thought, and I have also figured out that whenever I do videos, it's helpful not to look down or, to kind of
Yes.
have your phone up.
And I was kind of
So,
looking down a little bit
yeah,
too.
I think that helps too. I
I
think that
wasn't
helps too.
excited and I was just trying to tell them about skincare
Yeah.
and no, I was trying to tell them how to do their mascara. And I got to thinking, I don't know what to tell them how to do their mascara. I just was like, and I go like this and I do this. I thought, I guess I better figure it out before I'm going to put it on there and stuff. I wanted to show them that I had several different mascaras, but that's not what I did. And
Yeah, that's okay.
I took
I
that
mean,
off.
yeah, I don't do live videos very much, but I think I want to start doing them more in my private customer group to practice, you know. And I think I would get a little bit more engagement in my private customer group because I did a video there last week and I had more people commenting and liking it that I didn't even know they were still in that group. So, it kind of
On
helps.
the Facebook page.
I'm talking about I have a private Facebook group that's just for my customers. So the only people that see it are the ones that are my customers that I've invited into that private group. It's not a page that's different than a group.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
but there are some people that have Mary Kay pages and then you can go live on there too. So it just depends, but everybody sees that. That's more like
I
on
see,
Facebook.
Stephanie, you and I are going to have to work on that.
Stephanie, are you going live on Facebook?
She's like, no.
Look at her.
You just go on there and you talk about the skincare, and then
Yeah.
I want to practice it first, and that's what I thought I was doing. I didn't realize it was doing that. I
You
mean,
could just
I
practice
could do
in the
that with my
mirror first.
own
Yeah.
phone without going on
Yeah.
Facebook, so I could see what I'm doing first.
Yeah, you could just do a video on your phone and then look
Yeah.
at it. But then you could just redo it again and go live.
Do that. You can do
Yeah.
a video on your phone and see how you like it. We got to get our name out there. We can't talk to
Yeah.
everybody. Man,
Stephanie.
I talk to so many people, and then I've got more people to book, but I've almost like I didn't talk to them enough because I was so busy doing the things I was doing, and I'm trying to pick them back up again and get them interested, which is very hard to do, and I don't know exactly what to do with that. Start posting.
Well, it kind of goes back to, you meet with them once for this, then you invite them to something else that's a different type of party, then you invite them to something else that's a different type of party, so that they kind of get exposed to multiple things. And so sometimes they're not going to come back for those things, and sometimes they are. And then this is really just a thing to think about. What do you offer? What do you personally want to offer? And how do you want to communicate that to people? And if that would help you get some bookings in the next.
I really wish I had videoed myself doing that. Because when I start talking, I know more than I think I know.
Yeah.
A lot of
just don't
things.
question. Yeah. Question
But
yourself.
I don't mind getting a little cheat sheet as to like because my memory is not real good. And
well, and like I like the
book.
I know not everybody likes the flip chart, but I do like the flip chart. And if I'm using it if I'm doing a brand new group of people, I will use the flip chart sometimes, and then that helps me stay on track. So anyway.
Okay.
Well, I just thought I wanted to throw that out there as an idea as you guys think about, what your goals are we're about to finish the end of the seminar year. We're about to start a new seminar year. So it's like a brand new year for us. So we need to be thinking about, okay, what is it I want to do with my business? How do I want to work? How do I want to do faces? It's a good time to think about all that as we prep for getting started in the new seminar year. So anything else? Stephanie, do you have anything great happen this week? I didn't really get to ask you that. No. Well, you're in your new house, right? So that's good.
Yeah, I moved.
Yeah.
And then,
I didn't know you
my
moved.
medical stuff turned out not to be so bad.
What turned out not to be so bad?
I said my medical issues I was having turned out to not be so bad.
Okay, good. I wondered about that because you were talking about an MRI last week, weren't you?
Yeah.
Did you have to have an MRI?
I might have to get surgery, but it ain't cancer.
Well, that's good.
Well, that's good. What kind of surgery?
Well, I got fibroids.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've been there, girl.
Yeah, I've been there. Been there, done that.
I just had I guess we probably don't want to talk about this while we're recording, but I'll stop recording and then I'll tell you.